Hello there, this is our Results Day Top Tips vlog to help you with picking up your results, whether they're GCSEs, A-levels, BTECs, vocational qualifications or any of the other different sorts of qualifications available in the UK. This is to help you. So first of all, there's some basic things that can help you with whatever results you're picking up about being prepared. How can you best be prepared? Well, first of all, be prepared for the weather. With some of the results days you might have to queue, and if you end up having to queue outside, you've got to be prepared for the weather. So that means if the weather's nice, making sure that you've got a decent sun hat or similar, or if the weather's not so good, making sure that you've got a coat. So be prepared for the weather, whatever that weather might be. Other things to be thinking about is that you might have to end up queuing for quite some time to either pick up your results, or if you're then having to enroll on the same day, waiting for enrollment. So bring yourself something to distract yourself with, maybe a book or mobile device or similar, and also make sure that you've got a drink and some snacks. So I've seen students before in the past get quite hungry as they're waiting to pick up their results. Make sure you've just got a few bits just to keep you going. Also, have a pen and paper, because you might have to end up doing some research, particularly if you're a sixth form student and you're going towards university and you haven't been successful and you're then going to consider clearing. You might want to write down some of your research and bits and pieces. So a pen and paper is often very helpful. Now, if you can't pick up your results yourself and you're sending someone else, please make sure that you have spoken to your school or college beforehand so you know what the arrangements are. With many schools or colleges, you have to get a letter sent and agreed in advance if you're going to send someone else. The same is true if you're sending someone else to enroll for you. It needs to be agreed in advance, so make sure you got that set up. The other bit, of course, with being prepared is make sure that you have read all the information from your school or college with regards to picking up results. I know it's a very straightforward thing to do, but it can get lost in the excitement because there will be clear instructions there for you that you will need to follow. So make sure that you follow them so you know what you're doing, you know when to be there, you know what to do, and if there's anything else that you need to bring. We know that there's been COVID in the past. We don't know what's going to happen over the next few weeks, or particularly where you are. It might be the requirement that you need to bring a mask, but just make sure that you check the information from the school beforehand so you know that you are prepared. Now, other top tips to help different individual students. If you are going for your A-levels or your level 3 BTECs or similar, and you're going to go for university, hopefully everything's gone well. But if they haven't gone so well, you might be considering clearing or similar. Now, what's really important is to make sure that you get some advice on your options. A lot of schools and colleges will have independent careers advisors on hand. That's something my colleagues and I do across the area of Kent where we work, but also there's similar provision in other counties and areas as well. It might be that your careers advisor is completely independent, or it might be that they are employed by that school or college, but make sure that you get some advice on your options beforehand. Other bits just to be mindful of as well. If you're going for degree or higher apprenticeships, make sure that you meet the entry criteria of both the university provider for that degree and higher apprenticeship, but also the employer. If you've missed one of the entry criteria, you will need to talk to both parties to make sure you can go ahead with what you want to do. It's a useful top tip to help you. If you are looking at other options, but you're basically haven't hit the grades for what you need to do and you're unsure of those options, bearing in mind that there is often more than one way to get to different destinations. So if you're a bit stuck and not sure the other ways to get to where you want to go, please seek out help and support. The best advice I can give you is do not panic. There's often more than one way to get to where you want to go. Not always, but often. Okay, so make sure you ask for that help should you need it. If you are going for something like a late application or similar, bearing in mind that your student finance might take a while to come through if you haven't applied for any in advance. If you're also applying for your disability support allowance and you need that to start, consider what kind of other support you might need to make yourself financially secure whilst you're waiting for that to come through, because there may be a delay if you haven't applied for it already, and you might want to consider your options around that. In terms of other general advice to help you, whatever you're doing, basically please don't panic. That's your best advice. If things haven't quite gone to plan, do not panic. It's the best advice that we can give you. Also, be mindful when you're making decisions that you don't make decisions when you are tired, hungry, or overly emotional. I know that could be really tricky on results day because there's going to be a lot of emotions out there potentially. But if you're overly tired, if you're overly hungry and overly emotional, sometimes the best decisions are not made that way. You might need to give yourself some time to cool off, to reflect, and just give yourself some breathing space. It's really, really really important. Don't make any knee-jerk decisions, because sometimes those decisions don't always go according to plan. So be careful and be mindful of that. Now, if you haven't got access to an independent careers advisor at your school, there is the National Careers Service that can help you. There's a helpline that you can call, drop them a line, and there are careers advisors available who will be able to help you with whatever your questions and queries might be, or will be able to point you in the direction of who you need to speak to if you're a little bit stuck. Now, hopefully, whatever happens, you will do well, everything will be fine, and it will be a fantastic day with lots of really great positive emotions, and you'll be able to go forward to what you want to do. But if you do get stuck, please make sure that you ask for help. There's loads of help out there to help you, including help around about mental health. So if you're having a bit of a difficulty with that, check out our CXK blog. There's loads of links at the bottom of that will also help you with your mental health as well. Just make sure it's important that we look after that at the same time. But I wish you the best of luck. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I hope everything goes well. All the best, and good luck.